All right. Hello. We're making another video. 7:44. So I kind of pushed this one a little late, but it's all good. Um, I just need to make sure I'm staying consistent, and I already have a pre-planned topic for this video. So what I want to be talking about is if you consider yourself a creative and you have a lot of ideas and you have a lot of plans and you have a lot of things that you want to do, but you're kind of not in the right spot yet to do them. Let's say you have a lot of schoolwork to do, or you have a lot of maybe you just have other things like not the right equipment to start like a brand, or you don't have the knowledge to make whatever type of business you want, but you have the creativity and everything is in your head. This feeling can be very almost, it's a very good feeling because you feel like you're making progress when you develop ideas and creatives in your head, but it's can become annoying when there's not much to show for it. So let's say, for example, you have a plan and you're developing a plan in your head that you want to make a business. Let's say let's say you want to make a let's say you want to be a book writer. You want to write books and you don't have the resources for it, meaning you don't have connections to any press, or maybe you don't have the time to sit and just write out stories. But at the same time, maybe during your math class or while every night when you go to bed, you have a bunch of ideas in your head and you just want to get them out. And when people ask you, what are you into? What do you want to be when you grow up? And you say you want to be a book writer, you kind of have this feeling where you want to have something to show for it, not just a fantasy in your head. So the topic of this idea, my fault. The topic of this video is what to do with your ideas. I have a few points on the screen that I want to go over, but my first point is that everything comes at the right time, and you don't want to force things just because you're nervous that you're taking too long. I'll use as an example. I didn't put this here, but I have this iPad, and I got this. Mm, I think I got this at the same around the same time last year. So I think I've had this iPad officially like for about a year now. And right now it has a case and an Apple Pencil. But when I got it, actually before I got it, I was given birthday money, and I spent that money to buy this iPad because the idea was I wanted to practice graffiti design. I was really into graffiti. I loved watching people go around cities and tagging things, and I thought that was something I was really passionate about, which I definitely do have an interest in. I recognize the bad the stereotypes around new graffiti artists and how there'll be kids out there vandalizing things for the sake of art, and they think it looks good because they're new, but people will call them toy, and there's just a very negative stereotype around it. So I got the plan was to get an iPad and an Apple Pencil to practice tagging and to practice my hand style, because I don't have it right now, but I have this paper roll, and the one that's full is in my closet. But I practice I practice a lot of graffiti tagging on this big roll of paper, and I would just keep practicing writing the hand styles, all types of styles, all types of fonts, and it was a lot of fun for me. But I was like, okay, well, I see people practicing on Procreate, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get an iPad for that. So long story short, I got the money for the iPad. I ordered it, and you can't see I have an IKEA shelf here. It sat on one of the IKEA shelves. I opened it, signed into it, and didn't get a case, didn't get the Apple Pencil. I just left it on the shelf. And one day it was like collecting dust. And one day my mom was like, why are you not using it? Like, is there something wrong with it? And I'm like, no, I'm just haven't gotten around to it. And in the meantime, I was generating all the things that I wanted to make or draw or edit with the iPad. I was keeping them all in my head. And once I eventually did buy Procreate, bought an Apple Pencil, got a case for it, I started using it daily. And bro, the ideas were flowing. I created a lot of cool logos. I learned Procreate in like a few days, and it was a lot of fun. But the main idea is I didn't rush it, right? I didn't just like I didn't feel bad that I bought the iPad and I didn't end up using it. Like there are shoes that I bought and wore a few times after I bought it and didn't wear for a year, and then now all of a sudden I'm wearing them again because I'm appreciating it. So always remember, trust yourself to make wise decisions. If you feel like you need something, if you feel like there's a piece of equipment that you need, or there's something that you want to do that can help you creatively, don't don't overthink it too much. Don't be too nervous about it. Um, I was given the blessing to be able to order a pretty decent gaming PC. So soon I'm gonna be making some funny videos with my friends. But in the meantime, I still have the laptop and the webcam, so I'm talking to you guys. Um, but something like that computer, like that's a lot of money, and it's a pretty big investment. And I went ahead and went with it because I know now that all the ideas that I have of creating content and this plan that I have, I'm now at the point where I have to continue going with it. So I don't want to just sit here and just ramble. Um, but patience is key. Like don't stress yourself into doing things that you don't have to do, because there's no have to in art. Again, there's no have to in art. You don't have to do anything. It's completely just what you feel like doing. It's not like a normal job. If you really want to be creative, you want to be a YouTuber, or you want to be a literally like a painter, or you want to be a designer, or let's say you want to be like a, I don't know, let's say like an architect, right? Sure, somebody like an architect. No, I'm not talking the ones that are designing like crazy skyscrapers, right? They're designing like all these like fictitious buildings, or like Nike headquarters. I'm talking more like people that just need to architect simple things that just go into normal cities like garages or something. Sure, you're gonna have dates, and you're gonna have deadlines, but unless you pick a job like this where you're mixing art with kind of like the real business world, you really don't have to do anything, and you kind of can go at your own speed and just make sure that you really don't force things that don't need to be forced, and you give yourself the time, and you kind of just let the ideas just marinate in your head. My second point is that these videos are kind of low quality. This mic, sorry if that was loud, is 20 something dollars off Amazon. It's glowing, it's RGB, it's kind of cheap. This Logitech camera, it's a webcam. I have a better camera, but couldn't I couldn't connect it to the computer. It gave me a bunch of problems, so I decided to get this one. I'm in my room. I have a lamp. Is it covering? Let's see. No, I have a lamp right here. This lamp. There you go. That's supplying light. Oh my days. Ugh. That's what I'm using for lighting. Camera, lamp, cheap microphone, laptop I already had. I'm working with what I have, right? And this isn't what I want to do at all. This isn't, I really don't want to just sit here and just yap. And I don't want to make gaming videos for people to watch. And I don't want to just make people for, I just don't want to make videos for people to just sit and just watch and just be lazy. I really want to make videos for me. Like if I were to watch them, I want to make the content that I would watch. And I said that in like my second video that I posted. I want to make videos that I actually myself would watch. So right now, this these 365 days, this desire to be an artist series is like a sacrifice of time for a hopeful payout of an audience. I'm sacrificing my time and effort into spitting into this microphone and just blabbing right here and just uploading it straight to YouTube. I'm spending my time and effort to hopefully gain an audience that has a similar mindset. I'm homeschooled. I've been homeschooling since seventh grade. So I was in sixth grade in middle school, and I'm not like a weird I'm not like a weird homeschool kid. Like I swear I have to tell everybody this. I all of my friends are still in public school. So, I'm very aware what normal kids are like, I guess you could say. But yeah, I went through normal school all the way up until sixth grade. And where I live, there's not really places to just walk around and go find people that share similar ideas or people that care. There are people that care strictly about they just want to make money. And they found like drop shipping, something, then they drop ship something cheap, something boring. They set up a very easy Shopify and boom, they're happy with it. Like they're all they want is just be profitable and just have money and just go. Some people, bro, they care about their sports. Like they want to be an athlete. I'm talking about students, right? So they're students that really care about sports. There are people with all kind of interests, but trying to find somebody that has like exact same interests as me, not very easy. I have one friend. He watches. He knows who he is. Um, but yeah, these videos are like almost like a sacrifice of time just for a hopeful turnout, a hopeful turnout of an audience that all rocks with me and kind of hears what I'm saying. Um, third, the third point, giving others the opportunity I didn't have. Basically the brand, business, YouTube channel, everything that I want to do, it's kind of for the my generation, my exact not my generation of Gen Z because that's pretty broad, but I mean I want to appeal to the kids that are in junior year like me and senior year like how I'm about to be in less than a year from now that don't know what to do. They're going to be kids that are like me that have parents that aren't as uh what's the word? That aren't as hopeful as mine, let's say, or aren't as easy as mine. There are going to be kids with parents that are like me, but their parents are stricter, and they're like, "Now you got to go to college, G, or you got to start working." Some kids, they have to start working in junior year. I'm pretty privileged, but yeah, this is the audience that I want to appeal to. I don't want Gen Alpha like TikTok, Phantom Tax, Riz. I don't want these. I don't want them. Get them out. Even though they could be creatives in the future, I'm really appealing towards this small like gap of kids that don't know where to go. They don't know if they want to go to college or that they want to take a risk and start some type of artsy thing or anything like that. This if you're this channel this is what it's for. I'm gonna post goofy Fortnite videos. I'm gonna post Rainbow Six Siege videos. I'm apologize, but that's just what I like, and it's kind of easy content. But that's not who I am. This is who I am. What I'm talking about, everything that I'm saying. If you're into that, this is what the channel's for. It's not for gaming. It's really for the lost kids that don't know what they're gonna do right when they right when they get out of school. Where are they gonna go? So this is what this channel's for. Next point, COVID cooked all future generations. I mentioned Gen Alpha in that little rant. Nothing against Gen Alpha, of course, but we still don't know what the effects of COVID look like. The effects of kids being under lockdown in their most important years of getting social engagement, social like experience, um just learning things like learning who they are rather than what the world's about because it's kind of more important to know what you care for rather than what the world is all fussy about. And that's kind of what I guess you can call Gen Alpha. I guess that's what most of them are like. I'm assuming, of course. But um yeah, I was in 6th grade, second semester of 6th grade when COVID happened, and I think I'm, good enough. I make the cutoff of like I'm not part of the weird gap of kids that, missed a bunch of school and now they're going to be like brain dead when they become adults. So this gap of kids that are my age that went to school during that time, whoever in there is creative, whoever in there wants to start a channel or they want to make a clothing brand, even though that's super saturated and super blah 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 blah, or they want to be a musician, or they want to be a rapper, or they want to be a director, a photographer, things like that. This is what this channel's for. So, um, I think there's going to be a lot fewer kids because of this COVID thing. I think there's going to be a lot fewer kids that are into all this stuff. I talk about this with my friends. Being a nerd about things and being really into things isn't cool. It's almost cool to not care about things and to just say, "Oh, I'm cooked," and then like have no personality. So the last topic is the last topic is actually on the last point is on topic with the title, "What to do with your ideas," and I have be organized. So everything that I just said kind of mixes together with this point of be organized with your ideas. You, if you're like me, you're unique. Even though you don't want to think you are, you might be nervous about it. Oh, maybe everyone's like me. Oh, I don't want to do this because, too many people are doing it. You are unique. There's not going to be many people like you. Like I just said, we don't know what the effect of COVID is going to look like. We might have a really seriously cooked generation after us. And you just need to worry about your own years. So, to be organized and to figure out what to do with your ideas, recommend seriously writing everything down. I started with Snapchat, which was a strange way to write down notes, but I took pictures and then edited the picture by adding a caption and I saved it on my snaps and I kept notes like that. So if I was just sitting out and I had an idea to make a necklace with a pendant of the spider from Into the Spider Verse from the Miles Morales movie, I would just open Snapchat, boom, 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 save, and then go on with my day. Or if I had an idea about some pants that I want to design or that I want to draw, or an idea of like a accessory or whatever, or of anything creative, any theme, like any theme I want to capture, an idea I want to generate, a feeling that I'm having in the moment, bro. Write everything down. Trust, trust. Don't be messy with it because that doesn't help anyone. I've been building I switched from the Snapchat method, trust. I have a Google Doc with lists of, like categories, like, oh, these are things of clothing that I want to design, or these are like kind of just more art things like paintings or like digital like graphic design, and these are like objects like actually like physical art, or this is like things of videos I want to make. Make sure you have everything on a different medium than your brain because you will forget. You will forget a lot of things. Your brain can be very busy, and if you have a place to drop that whole load of ideas, you're gonna thank yourself. Um, yeah, I have the Google Doc open, so I'm not looking at OBS, so I don't know how long I've been talking for, but I'm gonna cut it there. Hopefully this helps. Um, just remember, don't overthink things. Keep yourself organized and don't do drugs. Awesome. All right. Subscribe, and if not, I'll give you a reason to tomorrow.